because, as we know, there are known knowns. There are things we know we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there's some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns. The ones we don't know, we don't know.
Yes, yes, yes. Mr. Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And we are live. Okay. Let me fix the screen. Let me get the screen right so you know what's crack-a-lacking. You know what's up. Where are we? Where are we? Okay. Let's get the thumbnail up so you know what's going down. The thumbnail up so you know what's going down. I need to get this a little bit bigger. Yeah. Does that look good? How does that look now? Okay. So, what else we got to do? Well, first and foremost, hello and welcome. You are in tune to. Is it Boxing Talk with Rafi? Or is it the weekend wrap-up show? I think it's more of a weekend wrap-up show, but we'll see how that go. Got a lot of things to touch on. Okay. Particularly the events of the weekend. All right. Well, first things first. Let's share my shizzle and fertilize the earth. Okay. Actually, first thing we need to do is do the sound check. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this thing here. Okay. 1 2 1 2. Live and direct to you. Let's stop the music and let's do the sound check. Let's come on. 1 2 1 2. Live and direct to you. Let's stop the music and hold on. Okay. So let's have a look at this thing here. Okay, I think that is acceptable. Let's bring the beats back. Bring the beats back. Okay. Okay, I think the balance is good. Balance is good. So let's share the shizzle. Okay. What's this here? That's not it. Let's get it over there. Let's get it in there. Let's people know. Let the people know what's going down and where it's going down. Okay. Let's share that like so. Boom. Excellente. Excellente. Okay. That's one destination. Let's drop it over there. Let's drop it into Twitter. Let's drop this in Twitter. Boom. What is it? Okay. What do I say? Oh, yeah, 2. It's Castano 2. Dang. I haven't been putting in the 2. Damn it. Let's put the thumbnail up in there. What is it called? Oh, it ain't that. What is that? Yep. There it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's in Castano. Weekend wrap up. Okay, join me as we discuss Charlo, Castano, Bakole, Yoka, Ennis, Clayton, as we discuss. Okay. Copy that. Boom. Okay, so that's done. Let's drop it in one more location and then we can get crack-a-lacking. Let's paste that. Dang. That's not the thumbnail that we want. That's not the thumbnail that we want at all. Let's get a proper picture in. Boom, boom. What else? What else? What else? Okay, let's go. Let's see how that looks. Yep. Okay, that looks good. That looks appropriate. And I think we're ready to roll. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, damn, almost forgot the WhatsApp, people. Can't forget the WhatsApp. Can't forget the WhatsApp, people. Let's get this. Let's get this. Uh-oh. Kill the volume. Are we good? Let's share. Let's have a look at this. Okay, that's good. That's good. Paste. Oh, Lord. Hasn't even got the damn thumbnail up. I wonder if it's got the thumbnail up on the YouTube. We are live. It's got the damn... Sometimes when you put the thumbnail in, it don't really set. It don't really set. And it goes back to your default one. That may be the case right here. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. Let's have a look. No, it isn't. That's quite bizarre. It's quite bizarre. Okay. We've done all the duties. Now let's get crack-a-lacking. Okay. So hello and welcome to the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. It's the weekend wrap-up. We're looking at the weekend. We're looking at the let's do we keep this up? Do we drop it down? Let's drop it down for now. We're looking at the weekend wrap up. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. Okay, so where do we begin? Let's do the roll call. Let's do the roll call. Okay. I'm gonna leave that the first comment because it's an interesting one, and I definitely want to talk about that one. Aaron Daly, listening to this while I'm driving. Salute to the Rafi as always. Absolutement, absolutement. Good to have you up in here. The Leon Figures. Peace, Mr. Dawkins, and the chat 100%. Big Boys Boxing says Tony Yellow Yoka, OMG. And the Iron Kong says, good evening, one and all. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, let's get the link in right away. Let's put that up in there. Let's put that up in there. Okay. Okay. Good day, one and all. Let me take a sip. Let me take a sip of what's in my cup. Okay, it's been a beautiful day over here. Well, can't say the UK, in Middle Earth, West Midlands, UK, England. I say that it was rain, sun, rain. But I enjoyed it. It was mainly sunny. It was warm. It was really warm. So I got no complaints. Good day at work. It's Monday. Got a good session in at the gym. Got back. Shower. food, rested for about half an hour or so. And now we're alive. Boom. One Charlo dares to be great, the other makes it very easy to hate. OMG! Well, it looks like he's gonna have to. It looks like he's gonna have to step up now. Looks like the lagging Charlo's gonna have to step up now. You know, his brother's undisputed, and so you know the twins. Now he's got to step up to the plate. Okay, OMG. Okay, where do we begin? Let me have a little looky. Let me have a little looky. Okay, we know Amir Khan's retired. Don't know what took him so long. It's kind of strange how he retired. I mean, what's his name? Kell Brook. Retired, what was it, 2 weeks ago? I don't even think it was 2 weeks ago. It was a matter of days. Wasn't it a matter of days? Let's have a look. Let's have a look when I made the announcement. When I made video. That's my northern voice, folks. And was it 9 days ago? 9 days ago, Kell Brook retires, and then Amir Khan pops up and said, hey, I've retired too. He was like, dang, your timing was kind of poor. He said that he's been thinking about retiring. He pretty much made up his mind, but it's just a question of when to do it. Well, why was now a good time? Why didn't you do it before Kell Brook? Why did you do it after? It's kind of an anticlimax now. It's kind of like almost like a non-event. Your timing was pretty poor. But anyway, what can I say? You're talking about, fair play to you going out on a loss. You know, some people would chase the dragon and probably take another few losses. So at least you had the sense not to carry on. I think it's a wise decision. Fair play. Your timing's pretty lousy. Why didn't you do it before Brook did? It would have made it look better, in my humble opinion. Okay, so what we on here? Yeah, that's quite bizarre. It's quite bizarre. Okay, let's have a look at what people are saying, and then I'll decide where I'm going to start. I think he waited for Kell so he could retire and steal his thunder in some way. It didn't work. It didn't work at all, because when Khan came out and said, I'm retired now. He's like, well, he ain't stole nothing. You know what I mean? It's just a bit of an anticlimax, really. If you say you retire, you'd already retired, but you're just thinking of when to say, I don't know. I didn't even cover it. It's a bit of an anticlimax. I mean, I kind of half expected him to head over to Saudi, to Dubai, and do a what? And have the rematch with Billy Dib or something crazy like that. You know what I mean? I don't even know what to say about his retirement. It's just strange timing. Just strange timing. I don't know. Something feels anticlimactic about it. But anyway, in comes the man in the Caribbean, the Iron Kong. The Iron Kong. How do you do?
It's 83 degrees Fahrenheit, 70-something degrees Celsius. It's bloody hot.
It was hot over here today as well. Despite the rain. It was sun, then rain, then a few minutes of rain, then sun for a half an hour, another couple of minutes of rain, then sun for an hour. It was beautiful. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
That's a little confusing there to me.
Well, it wasn't enough rain. It wasn't enough rain to be upsetting. That's how I look at it.
I remember some years back, I was trying to go to school in Holland.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to school in Holland. So I was talking to this guy who was helping me out with the documents and everything. And he said, one second.
No problem. Oh, let me put the link. Let me pin the link. I don't think I have. Okay, I've done it. So now, Okay, so the link is pinned. What's going on here? What's going on here? After the Brook fight, Khan sounded like he was about to retire, probably had second thoughts before coming to his senses. Yeah. I was pretty convinced he'd do something in Saudi before he retired. He says he's retired now. I don't know. Timing seems peculiar. What's he waiting for? What's he waiting for? Brook was in, talks. Brook's name was being put in with, or other people putting in, what's his name? Conor Benn.
Sorry, Raf.
Yeah, people putting in Conor Benn's name with Brook. They were putting in Chris Eubank's name with Brook. So Brook was still bubbling. What's he going to do? But Khan was just silent. And he said nothing. Then Brook announced his retirement, and that was good news. Great. Yeah, excellent. Good. Finish on a high. And then, 9 days later, Khan comes out with his retirement. I mean, he had nothing on his books. He had nothing planned. He could have come out and said, it's just strange, man. It's just weird. There's some weird business. How? Why? What's going on? Wizard Sleeves up in the building. Donovan Williams up in the building. And, as you were saying, I'm the Iron Kong, as you were saying.
No, we were talking about the weather. And I was just saying I should have go to school in Holland a lot of years back, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't get to go.
No.
Talking to this guy, and he was like, we have a saying up here, if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. It'll get worse.
Ha.
So what do you mean? Yeah, let me tell you something, man. Up here, you could go from real sunny to sleet. So the weather here is really, really mixed up and confusing. One day, you could be out the house and it's sunny, and all of a sudden it's cold and rainy.
Yeah.
So if you're out and about and you're saying the weather is poor, just wait 5 minutes. It was. Don't worry.
Well, one thing I can say is don't go there in January like the Rafi did.
Why?
Because I came back with a heavy cold. Don't go there in January. Wait till it gets warmer.
He told me, he was a white guy, and he was telling me, like, he never understands why. Well, I guess he calls people from these areas Antillians, people from the Antilles, Caribbean.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why you people come here for school. So I don't understand. I would if I had the chance to go to school in someplace sunny.
Yeah.
I would never come to Holland. So I don't understand.
It's the Antilles. I mean, Holland. Why not? I mean, you've got the sun all the time anyway, so you want to change the scenery.
Yeah, I told him, look, man, when you live in these places, and it's hot all the time, it gets old.
Yeah, of course it does.
It gets old.
Of course it does. You want something different. You know what I'm saying? That's perfectly normal, perfectly understandable.
But so your man Amir Khan.
Yeah, Amir Khan. Well, it's just strange timing. He's just done it on a flat. He's done it on a flat. It's kind of flat. Everything was flat when Kell Brook announced his retirement. He was in. His name was other people's name was being mentioned with his. Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr. So things were bubbling. There was anticipation. What's he gonna do? And then he came out and he said, "Yeah, I'm retiring." We thought about it for a second. We said, "Yes." Well done, because his name was bubbling. Amir, nothing was really going on. He was just quiet, and then he waits 9 days after Kell did it, and then he announced his retirement. It's kind of flat. Why didn't you do it beforehand? Why didn't you do it before? Why you wait till Kell do it? Do it before.
No, gotta upstage Kell somehow. I have to be the story somehow.
Trying to and failing, trying and failing miserably.
Amir really went out on a strange note, but that's how Amir is. He's a strange guy.
Strange, very strange.
Yeah.
Don't get
strange
it.
Guy.
Strange. But anyway, so we've covered that. We know Amir Khan. I didn't do a video on it. We know Amir Khan has retired. I'm just thinking, Do we go straight into the weekend stuff? I think we should. How long we've been live? Yeah, ample amount of time for people to get on up in here. So let's get into it. I think we've done the roll call. Already done the roll call. So let's go. What's the first thing on my list? Boots Ennis versus Clayton. Round 2 KO. Did you see that fight? Iron Kong?
Yeah, I thought Castano Clayton either laid down by design or he did a Charles Martin where he was scared and just laid down. I didn't like that fight. The fighters looked weird. Yeah, Boots can fight, bro, but listen, man, that looked weird. That fight looked weird to me. Boots threw this punch. Yeah, dude kind of ducked.
Yeah.
But Boots didn't hit him flush like that where he's just out. It looked like Castano Clayton laid down and just was like, you know what? Just give me my check. Let me go home, man.
Did it look a little bit like the Delorme knockout?
Yeah, it just looked odd, man, Rafi. I don't like that fight, man. I have to keep it all at 100. I think Boots has exhausted all the cans that he could crush. And he needs to move on with his career, bro. I think Showtime has a good relationship with PBC. Yeah. It's time to get into a Thurman and a Danny Garcia and these people. You know?
Yeah.
But it looks like these two people, Thurman and Danny Garcia, it's going to be very expensive to buy their chins. So they'd rather sit down and do nothing.
Yeah.
Rather than fight somebody.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate. But I think Boots has pretty much crushed all the cans that he could crush. I don't want to see Boots in any more of these squash fights. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I hear that. Clayton, how do I feel? I feel it. Was the punch behind the head? Was it the back of the head? Was the punch to the back of the head?
Dude. He threw the punch and dude kind of did a weird duck and fell down. So it looked like it was,
Yeah. So Clayton ducked down. Didn't look comfortable in the fight. Only lasted 2 rounds before Clayton got knocked out. He got hit. He was ducking. So it's his fault. And the punch went behind the ear, and that's all she wrote. You know, he's on wobbly legs. He got up. I think he got up, but the ref waved it off. I think, if memory serves me right, the ref waved it off. He was on Bambi legs. And that's all she wrote. Clayton, Ennis, Ennis looked good, but it was hard to say how good he looked because the fight was so quick. It was hard to say how good he looked, but Ennis went in there, did his job, did what he's supposed to do, got the guy out of there in 2, and Clayton seemed to accept his fate with good cheer. Accepted his fate with good cheer. Maybe he felt outclassed. Maybe he couldn't get anything off within those 2 rounds, and it's over. Quick as a flash, and like you say, Kong, we need to. There's no need for any more prevaricating with Ennis. We need to see him. Move up now. But it's a question of who wants Ennis. Is Ennis in the who needs him club? Iron Kong, is he in the who needs him club?
Isn't that unfortunate though? Girana is in a position where he should be trying to force a mandatory for the IBF. And you got a bunch of these people in the who needs him club.
Yeah.
But people like Keith Thurman and people like Danny Garcia, Sean Porter is retired. In my opinion, Danny Garcia should just announce his retirement and just leave the sport. If you're not going to fight nobody. Is Keith Thurman hanging around hoping for a Crawford fight, hoping for a Spence fight? You ain't got none of them fights to get, man. You need to fight food, right? Virgil Ortiz, we don't know if he's ever coming back to 147. So Boots might be in that club, but that's unfortunate because the young man can fight. He has ability, a lot of ability. And I think they know he has a lot of ability. So all of a sudden, like Keith Thurman said one time, I don't know who that is. So Keith Thurman is, listen, man, I just hope that dude gets an opportunity because there's a big gap in between because it's Spence and Crawford, and then a bunch of people in the middle.
Yeah.
A bunch of who needs them in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And what are you gonna do? I mean, Stanionis is over there waiting for his WBA shot.
Yeah.
You know, is Boots gonna fight Butaev now? The guy who just lost to Stanionis. How much of these? I mean, are they gonna continue to put him into these fights, or I don't know, man. I just want the guy in a better fight, a tougher fight. People that's gonna push this dude because he can fight, but bro, he's not gonna do everybody like that. I'm sorry, and I want to see him fight.
For real. Probably be here soon. What do you mean? Probably. Oh, I get you. Yeah, okay. So Philip Carl Roberts, Wizard Sleeves, TKO 22 up in the building. Okay, so yeah, Boots is tricky position, but you know he's got to push on now. He's established himself now as one of the guys who should be definitely in there fighting for belts. We want to see what happens when he gets a chance. Errol Spence is talking about Crawford. So them two are off the table. And that's all the belts, isn't it? Really, that's all the top belts right there. Spencer's got 3, Crawford got 1. So it's tied up. He's gonna have to take a top contender. And he's a top 5 guy. And then he's got to fight for a belt within a year. I say within 12 months. It feels appropriate that he fights for a belt within top belts within a year. That's what I say. I think he's ready to compete with them guys. What the outcome will be, well, hey, we can talk about that closer to the time. But in the meantime, okay, so that's a 2-round KO win for Ennis over Clayton. Where do we go next? Let's go Charlo Castano. It's interesting. Charlo went in there. It was a very close fight to me. It was a very close fight. I had it finished in the 10th round, but I had it up until that point. I had it 3 rounds for Castano, 6 rounds. Was it 6? Yeah. 9, 3 and 9. Yeah. 3 rounds for Castano, 6 for Charlo. But some of those rounds I could have seen, a round or 2 that Charlo got, I could have seen somebody else marking that for Castano, because to me, the rounds were tight. A lot of those rounds were tight. In the rounds where Castano did well, Charlo still managed to get some nice shots off, and vice versa. In the rounds, some of the rounds that I marked for Charlo, Castano had some interesting flurries. But I think overall, I think Charlo was edging it. He was edging it. I had it 6 rounds to 3 by the time that Charlo KO'd Castano in the 10th round. How do I feel about the knockdown, the knockout, the two knockdowns? Yeah, they were hell of good shots. And yeah. You gotta give Charlo his due. He took the guy out of there. Jamel Charlo took the guy out of there. Those knockdowns, each knockdown could have been a knockout. He could have ruled the first knockdown a knockout because he got up. Sure, Castano got up, but he was on Bambi legs. And then by the second time, what was that? Screw shot, almost like a straight screw shot. Almost, yeah, it's hard to define what that punch was because it wasn't a jab, it wasn't a hook, almost like a screw shot. And it rocked Castano's world. He couldn't continue when the ref waved it off. Castano made no complaints whatsoever. None whatsoever. What's going on here? What's going on here? Okay. Yeah. The Iron Kong. Your thoughts?
Yeah, man. Hey, shout outs to Jamel Charlo. That's the only Charlo that matters at the moment. I think, the brother, his mentality is really, really tough. Even though he's a really emotional guy,
Yeah.
he has a lot of heart, a lot of steel in his spine. When he lost to Tony Harrison, he was crying, he was emotional, and all that. Came back, stayed the course, and knocked Tony Harrison out. Even though he was getting outboxed in that fight, he stayed the course, stayed disciplined, knocked Tony Harrison out.
Yeah.
Right? Then in this fight, again, first fight with Castano, people thought he lost the fight. Didn't sulk, didn't complain or whatever, went away, cooked up a good game plan with his coach, came back, stayed disciplined, stayed tough, and handled Brian Castano, man. I mean, he looked really, really, really good, really strong, really fast, and he just handled Brian Castano.
You think he's overrated? Because I think the fight was close.
No, they're overrated. Yeah, stop. That's the best in the division, and I don't see nobody in the division that's gonna mess with Jamel Charlo at the moment. I don't see nobody. Tim Tszyu talking about he want to fight Jamel. If it's the same Tim Tszyu that I saw in his last fight,
yeah,
then we're gonna have a problem. But Jamel is the goods. I was really impressed by the brother, and I'm anxious to see what he does next, because there's no fight at 154. Because even this fight didn't sell. It didn't sell. The arena was kind of empty. Didn't sell. No real promotion for this fight. Not really. So if he fights Tszyu, that fight does big numbers and big attendance only in Australia, and we all know them PBC people not gonna travel.
Yeah.
So I guess the next thing for him is to move up.
Moving up. Let's have a look. What are we looking at here? Super welterweight. So if he goes up to middleweight, then he's looking at, are we talking about Triple G? Are we talking about Canelo Alvarez? If he moves up? We might be talking about Triple J. Well, Canelo's got Triple G. I wonder what Canelo's next move is. Say that again?
I think Canelo should fight Golovkin. I think that fight would be even more interesting now, because people, in boxing, once you lose, all of a sudden you lose this aura the fans build around you. When you're winning, you're invincible, or the man can't be touched. He'll box off a Mack truck. He'll slap down a steamroller. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as you lose, all of a sudden, he ain't really that good. He ain't never been that good. So Canelo should fight Triple G, because people think he's been exposed, and people think this and people think that. So fight Triple G. That's at 168, your actual weight. Take a rest and fight September. Take a good long rest and fight September.
So let's have a look. What's going on here? 2, 4, 8, 9. Let's have a little looky. Let's have a little looky at the middleweight division. Let's try and pick somebody out for Charlo. Top 10 middleweights of all time just now. Not of all time. Top 10 middleweights. Let's have boxing. Middleweight, top 10 middleweight boxing. I should have said boxers, but right now, currently. Let's have a look.
The top 10 middleweights. That ain't the middleweight division. That division, man.
Let's pull this up. Let's show the people. What's happening. Top 10. Boom. Let's have a look if people can see. Okay. What the hell is that? Let's bring this over. Okay, let's have a look. So vacant. What's this? Ring middleweight rankings. Okay, so that's the ring over this side, the left of your screen. WBO on the right of your screen. Let's have a look at the WBO. Demetrius Andrade, WBO. Well, hey, Demetrius Andrade, he's right there. He can't get a fight. Does Jamel want to get in with Demetrius Andrade? Munguia. We got Ali McNully. Damn. Dignam. So we got some couple of Eastern Europeans in 2 and 3. We got Christopher Eubank Jr. at number 4. Is that a good introduction? I like that. Good introduction. I like that. Adamis, Falcao, Felix Cash, Kelly, Taborda, Hardman. Okay, yeah. So I don't know. I like Christopher Eubank Jr. That's 2 names. That's a name. Maybe Charlo could come over to the UK. I don't know. Do them cats like traveling? I don't know. Maybe not. Does he want Munguia? Or yeah, I've narrowed it down to 3. My top 3, my 3 picks for Jamel Charlo if he goes up to middleweight. My 3 picks is Eubank Jr., Munguia, or Demetrius Andrade. I'm going to put that to the vote. Who you like? After that? Who you like? The Iron Kong. Who you like?
I think Demetrius Andrade beats every single person in that list. Everybody. And that's the truth.
Andrade beats Charlo.
All these people.
Damn.
And that's because of his style, right?
Yeah.
The problem is all of these people ain't big fights. And for the money he wants, you know, you got the number 1 and 2, Jamal Charlo and Triple G, ducking Demetrius Andrade. Yeah. Jaime Munguia ducking Demetrius Andrade. Number 5, Eubank had an opportunity to fight Andrade when he was doing a little work with Matchroom when he just came back from PBC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And him and Sauerland and them were, you know, even till now they want to fight Kell Brook. Foolishness, right?
Dang.
And Alan Canoli, that's the fight that they ordered when Andrade was like, yo, I'm trying to unify with Charlo. Yeah. And because they requested that the WBC and WBO support them in forcing a unification fight, they put another mandatory with Yanni Beck on this man. Now, Andrade has fought how much of these types of people, these types of Eastern European people with no names?
Yeah.
Top 5 people there have some kind of name. The worst out of the top 5 is Eubank, but at least Eubank has somewhat of a name.
Yeah.
He won't fight them. So the top 5 in the WBO won't fight that well. The top 4 won't fight it.
Mm-hmm.
That's real. But I don't know. I guess he's 168 now and he's injured and all this foolishness. But Jamal Charlo is embarrassing. Triple G is holding on for his pension fight against Canelo. Yeah. Munguia, I don't know what he's doing. And Eubank is calling out Kell Brook. Did you see the latest Eubank interview about Kell Brook? How smug and just so arrogant can one person be?
I haven't seen it.
The guy is just the worst, Rafi. Just so so arrogant, so snide.
Yeah, he does. He does kind of. He has got a persona. He's got a particular persona. Yeah. It's like a bit like a grater. It's a bit like a grater. Grate on people. What is this? Charlo is a wannabe Wilder. I think he showed some boxing skill against Castano. Well, he's undisputed now. He's unified. He's made the thing undisputed. So you got to give him. You got hats off to that. Hats off to that. Personally, I hate to say it, but I think he did a great job and congratulations to him. But I think his boxing isn't. He could be smoother. His boxing could be smoother. You know, but then again, on the flip side of that, he's up against Castano, who's a hell of a boxer himself. So it's a tricky one. But I do wish Jamel's boxing was a little bit smoother. But hey, that's Rafi. That's just me. That's just my view. So anyway, congratulations to him for unifying. The link, the poll is up there. Who should Charlo fight next? That's if he goes up to middleweight. I've given you 3 names. I've given you Andrade, Eubank Jr., or Munguia. Who would you like to see him fight next? Okay. What are we looking at now? What are we looking at Yao? Charlo v. Castano. Yep. Good fight. He pulled it out. He was edging it out.
Castano is not gonna let you be no slick, no fancy boxer neither. He gonna make it nasty. So
yeah,
he's not gonna let you. He's not gonna let you be all pretty inside there. He gonna make it a nasty fight.
Yeah,
and you're just gonna have to fight him. That's all.
You're gonna have to fight him. It's gonna be hard to just try and be smooth out there and slick out there and just a little jab and a side movement. Nah. It's Castano you up against. It ain't gonna be that easy. Charlo may as well stay where he is and fight the Aussie kid. Anyone interesting at 160 is not with the boy side. Might as well fight the Aussie kid. I'd like to see him against the Aussie kid. Tazoo. I'd like to see him against Tazoo. Is that box office? Well, I don't think it's going to be any worse than Castano. I don't think it's going to be any worse than Castano in terms of viewership. So Tazoo next, and then what do you want to go up? Want to go up after that? Go up after that. But yeah, I would actually like to see him against Tazoo because Tazoo's coming in with a lot of steam. So let's see it. Who you got winning that fight? Jamel Charlo versus Tazoo. Who you got?
I got Charlo. I got Charlo in that fight. I think Charlo's fight has fought better competition. He's faced his adversity. You know what I mean? I got Charlo.
Yeah. The competition. Done the competition thing, better competition, more experience. Might not be the slickest boxer of all times, but he knows how to box. Experience. Yeah, I'll go with Charlo, but it'd be an interesting fight. I would love to see that. Tazoo is a special. I think it's Tazoo's special. I'd like to see him in there against Charlo to see what happens. I'd favor Charlo, but Tazoo is a live dog. To me, Tazoo is a live dog in that fight. Eubank Jr. just talks the talk, but never have I seen him walk the walk. Cherry picks his fighters. Hi. He's got a lot to do in the twilight of his career now. Might as well roll the dice and go with it. try and get the biggest fights he can get, and see how it go. Charlo will duck Andrade. Hey, there were a lot of people do. Andrade would be the fight, but it won't happen. OMG. Okay, so let's drop that down, and it won't happen. Okay, drop that down. And where are we going next? Let me have a look. Let me have a look at my list. What are we doing here? Go backwards. Let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. Okay. So let's get that up on the screen. Let's get this up on the screen. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So, you know, the Rafi, Andrade, but it won't happen. Andrade would be the fight, but it won't happen. Yeah, so, you know, the Rafi was going to cover this fight live, and then the time came, and I thought, nah, let the Rafi rest. Let him rest off. Turn the TV on. Got the channel, and Yoka was just walking in the ring, literally just getting in the ring. I said, hold on, if Yoka's walking in, getting in the ring now, that means Bakole must already be in the ring. And Rafi had no choice. He had to just quickly write up the live, you know, Yoka versus Bakole, you know, press a few buttons, and boom, off we had to go, because it was round one. The bell was about to ring, and Rafi had to beat the bell. Rafi beat the bell, I think, and yeah, OMG, how happy am I that I actually went live with this show, because from the start, we talked about this already. Kong and I have talked, hold on a second, I'm missing a trick. The Rafi's missing a trick. The Kong and I had talked about this already. But yeah, we're gonna just do a little recap for y'all. Where is it? Is it there? Is it there? Let's okay, let's show a little bit of footage of the action. Where are we? Yeah, let's go. Let's stop sharing that, drop that down, and let's start sharing this. Martin Bakole. Oh, yep. I think that's it. Is that it? I think so. Yes. Okay. So yeah, we talked about this before already, come. But yeah, I was grateful, very glad that I went live with this. Martin Bakole came out and shocked the world. Took it to Tony Yoka. Dropped him, the Olympic 2016, I think, Olympic gold medalist, dropped him in the first round. And Yoka stayed down for the Yoka looked like he needed the whole 8. He needed the whole 8 count. He stayed down until the last minute. He was rocked. He was shocked by the African Scotsman. Comes from the Congo, lives up in Scotland, cold Scotland. How the hell he wound up in Scotland, I'll never know. For anybody not familiar, Scotland is the northern tip of the UK, the coldest part. You know, it's closer to the North Pole than the South. The North is closer to the North Pole than the South. So the man from the Congolese found himself up in Scotland. How the hell that worked out, I don't know, but that's where he is, and that's where he seems to be doing well. Iron Kong seems to be doing well, chopping down the 2016 Olympic gold medalist in the form of Tony Yoka. The Iron Kong, talk to me.
Apparently, the 28-year-old Martin Bakole 28, I guess, 28 in Luis Ortiz years.
Dang.
Bludgeoned Tony Yoka, Rafi. It's like he took like a sock, filled the sock with sand, put the sock in water with the sand, and then beat Tony Yoka with the wet sand in the sock. Just bludgeoned him around the ring.
Dang.
How could a man, a grown man, look so frail? Martin Bakole was troubling Tony Yoka with shots he landed and shots he didn't even land. Shots that Yoka tried to block. Everything Martin touched this dude with, it troubled him. Yoka looked frail. He looked scared. And Bakole handled him like a man handling his unruly son.
Dang.
Yoka looked like a man who knows in France he has the judges in his pocket, so he don't have to try very hard because he's going to get the win anyway. And it was proven by the judges' scorecards. Where one had the temerity, one had the gall, the audacity to give him a draw.
Ha. I was mad. I'm going to get a drink back in 30 seconds.
That's what happens when you gained a lot of fans and you've gained a lot of accolades based off of robberies and shady behaviors, because I'm telling you, people like Hergovich and Joe Joyce must have been laughing their ass off to see this man get physically disciplined by as TKO says, a 27-year-old Martin Bakole. Tony Yoka needs to figure it out. If he has to get back on the special sauce, then he needs to find a good special sauce that is not VADA detectable, because we do not want this version of Tony Yoka. I was hoping that he would win the fight so he could actually get on with his career, because his career actually stalled out. But I don't know what he's been doing for the last years or whatever that he hasn't fought. The guy looked awful, Rafi. Yeah. Nothing he threw, nothing Tony Yoka threw, nothing he threw, nothing, absolutely no punch he threw troubled Martin Bakole.
No.
That's a problem. How can you be a heavyweight and you don't have the power to even make somebody somewhat respect you? That's crazy.
Mad.
Especially Tony Yoka, who is 6 foot something or whatever.
Yeah.
Or 6 foot. What is it? 6'5", 6'6"? How tall is he?
6'6".
Big man like that. A big man like that. And nothing you threw could even make the man respect you a little bit. Martin Bakole was talking to Tony Yoka in the ring, talking to him, talking to Tony Yoka's corner, just messing with him.
He's whooping it up.
I mean, come on.
It up. Like it's all this, he's all doing this, is punching the air sometime. He was having fun. He was smiling.
Crazy.
He was smiling.
And even when Bakole ran out of gas, in like the mid to late rounds, Yoka still couldn't do nothing with him.
Still. Mad.
Explain that to me, Rafi. Okay, we've seen people get outboxed and maybe get handled in the early rounds when the opponent is fresh, but the opponent runs out of gas, and normally then you see the conditioning take over and the other guy gets the upper hand.
Yeah.
Explain to me, Rafi, how is that not possible?
Well, that's what I thought was going to happen. I thought Bakole was going to come out. He's a high output guy. Thought he was going to come out, but not considered to be particularly heavy-handed. But hey, how's about this? How's about this for a concept? How's about this for a theory? Sometimes a guy can say, hold on, I want to sit down on my punches more. Sometimes a guy can be considered feather-fisted who is not really feather-fisted. He's just a guy who ain't sitting down on his punches. It's just a guy who ain't really throwing with bad intention. It could be a guy who is naturally heavier handed than he appears to be, but he chooses to work on volume. But what happens if a guy who is more heavy fisted than he appears to be? What happens if he just tunes his mind? Or if you just like you're tuning an old radio with the dial? What happens if you do that? What happens if you just say, okay, I'm going to start throwing heavier now. I want to keep a relatively high output, but I'm going to start throwing heavier now. I know for a fact that can happen. I know that a man's punch power can change if his mentality changes. If a man has the ability to throw heavier punches than he's currently throwing because he considers himself a volume guy, but then he thinks, hold on a second, I got more power. Let me tap into my power. Is that what happened in this fight? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not going to rule it out. I'm not going to rule it out that Martin Bakole has had a mental shift. Who stimulated it? Was he externally stimulated? Or did he decide for himself, hold on, I'm going to sit down a little bit more on my punches? And from what I'm looking now, because I'm just thinking about this now in the moment, and I'm looking at his foot position as he's throwing these punches, and it looks like he's getting his feet are positioned for power. So he's moving when he needs to move. But when he gets in range, it may be the case that he's positioning himself and thinking to himself, okay, time for power. Time for power. So that's a hypothesis I'm putting out there. Some people might be scoffing. Some people might be scoffing, but I have very good reason to present the hypothesis that I presented to you all. I have very good reason for it. What are people saying up in the chat? So ultimately, that's what I'm saying. I think there's been there possibly has been a mentality change from Bakole. It's too early to categorically make that statement, but I'm putting it out there as an hypothesis as to why Tony Yoka wilted in the face of Martin Bakole in the manner in which he did. Look at these shots. Look at these shots. I'm interested. It's going to take, we have to see Martin Bakole, how he looks in his next outing and the outing after that, to categorically state that he has made a decision now, a conscious decision, to sit down on his punches more. We're gonna have to see, but he thoroughly terrorized Tony Yoka in that ring in Gay Paris or wherever it was on Saturday night. In fact, I can tell you where it was. It was at the Accord Hotels Arena, Gay Paris, France. I was right. It's in Paris. But too soon to say what the hell's going on. As Bakole dipped his gloves in some magic dust? Or is it the sand? Or is it the wet sand?
Well, you see, when a man got a child, all of a sudden, a young child, mind change, you get very serious in life, and he spent some time home in the Congo, even though he went Saudi Arabia or wherever he was the other day, and he was almost like 300 pounds. He walked it off, and he's still coming out of shape, but wasn't good enough shape to put a flogging on this child.
Terrorized him.
I mean, beat the boy bad, man. Beat him bad. It's terrible.
Badly.
I saw a picture of him clinching up with Martin, and his face was over Martin's shoulder, and he looked so shocked. He looked absolutely shocked. He looked like, what is this? Who is this man? What is doing this to me?
There he is. Look sad. He looks shocked. mind you, he looked shocked in the first round. So he looked shocked from the first round when he dropped. The crowd was shocked because they thought, yeah, he just dropped. He's gonna get right up, but no, he did not get right up. He stayed down there, and he took every single second of that 8-second count. Although we know it doesn't have to be exactly 8 seconds according to the clock, but the 8 count took every second of the 8 count. Looks like he needed it. And there we see the Congolese Martin Bakole, younger brother of Mubaku. Is that the Mubaku, the cruiserweight champ? Mubaku. Makabu. You know the Bakole's. You know that's Bakole's older brother. You know that, yeah?
Is he?
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's related to Martin in some way, but now you're telling me he's his actual brother. Okay.
Actual brother. I would imagine a half brother. I would imagine.
Okay. Well, hey, there you go. I think they come from some kind of important family, like almost like a royal lineage in Congo.
Well, I mean, you know, you get a world champion from the Congo. That's royalty right there.
You know, I'm telling you, Tony Yoka needs to, man, that Is there a French equivalent to like a Seconds Out or Boxing Social where they follow boxers around? Is there? Because somebody had to interview Tony Yoka after this fight.
That's a good point.
Is there a French Kugan Cassius?
I don't know him. If there is, I don't know him. I would imagine there must be somebody out there. You know, I don't know who that cat is, but yeah, it'd be interesting to pull up an interview.
Tone said sacre bleu.
That was supposed to be. Oh yeah, well let's talk about that then. Let's talk about the scorecards. One judge had it a draw, and I think the other two gave 4 rounds to Tony Yoka. I only gave Tony Yoka 1 round, and I thought I was being generous. And that was the 7th round, round 7. I gave it to Tony Yoka because he just came out with more gusto. He knew that he'd lost the first half of the fight, and in order to win the fight, he had to win the second half. So they must have told him, corner told him, and he went out with gusto in the 7th. But that was it. That was his best. That was the best that he could do. And then he went on to lose every other round after that on my scorecard. But apparently one judge gave him 6 rounds, or had him drawing, which is quite incredible when you think that Martin Bakole was a judge to have 2 knockdowns. So there were 2 10-8 rounds in favor of Bakole. I think the second one was in the 5th round. To me, that was a bit dodgy, debatable whether it was a knockdown or not. But the referee adjudged it to be a knockdown. So there were 2 10-8 rounds, and yet still one judge gave Tony Yoka the draw. So where were the comparable dominant rounds from Tony Yoka then? If he had 2 10-8 rounds against him, then he must have had 2 extremely dominant rounds to counterbalance that, as well as winning all the rest. The other 6. Well, of the other 6, 2 must have been extremely dominant. How the hell is that possible? It's absolutely impossible. Impossible.
I can see why they kept Tony Yoka over in France so long, because they know they can, rob anybody who comes close. I think they were expecting the fight to be close, and they could just rob Martin Bakole. Like, if Tony didn't get knocked down, even if he got knocked down once, right, and the fight was close, like he landed some punches or whatever, but clearly Martin won, they would have just robbed Martin.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you, that one judge who gave it a straight out draw, who could go to France ever again after seeing this card and fight Tony Yoka? What fighter is going to take up themselves and go to France and fight Tony Yoka and expect a fair scorecard? How? You can't. You can't fight. You can't see this fight and risk it ever again. You can't risk that.
Can't do it.
You got basically put that man to sleep.
You got to put him in his coffin to win the fight.
I tell you.
You got to put that guy in his coffin to win the damn fight. Absolutely sacre bleu. Sacre bleu. But big congratulations to Martin Bakole. The surprise of the weekend. Nobody was picking Martin Bakole to win that fight. I thought it could be competitive at times, but I thought that Yoka would shine on through. His pedigree would shine on through. He'd come on through and shine. But hey, they're trying to take the gold medal off him because they say there was some kind of foul play, suspicious circumstances. There was some dodgy dealings, there was some corruption, and I'm gonna get this bigger. Okay, and the silver medalist Joe Joyce there, you see on the left. It's been spoken of that he's putting in some kind of appeal himself. Yeah, give me the gold. Swap them around. Give him the silver and give me the gold. That's what they're saying. Joyce doesn't look too happy there, but there's this possibility. And there we see a Filip Hrgovic. There's a possibility that those medals could get swapped around. Also, there's 2 bronzes, isn't there? 2 bronzes. 2 bronze medalists. What's happening now? That judge needs to turn himself into the nearest police station. Teeth in wide. Okay.
Wicked.
Yeah. 100% wicked, man. Okay. So that was the Martin Bakole thorough beatdown of Tony Yoka. Where does Tony Yoka go next? Hey, well, I guess it's back to the drawing board. He's going to have a lot to prove now. There's going to be a lot of questions. A lot of questions need answering about Bakole. And dang, Matthew's tired, but we only got a little short bit to go. Did you see the Kubrat Pulev versus Jerry Forrest on Triller fight?
Yeah, man. Kubrat Pulev is back.
Hey.
Hey.
That was a good showing to me. I haven't seen the full fight. I've just seen the highlights. But the punchy, the thing I always say is, or is it there? No, it ain't there. The thing I always say is, in boxing and fighting, whatever, you only need about four good strikes or 4 good techniques. 4 things. Coming from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a master once said, you only need to master about 4 moves. If you've got 4 solid moves, if you've got 4 solid finishing moves in your arsenal, you're in good shape. And what I say about boxers, the first thing you need to do is have 4 good techniques. A good jab, a good right cross, a good left hook, right hook, upstairs, downstairs. You want to make it 5? How about a good uppercut? You want to make it 6? Good, sensible foot positioning. That's 6. 7. reasonable movement, good movement. We're not talking about, you ain't got to be moving around the ring like some Sugar Ray Robinson, just good, solid fundamentals. And what I see in Kubrat Pulev is someone with good, solid fundamentals. He has a good jab. He has a good right. He has a good hook. I don't know about the uppercuts, but good, solid fundamentals. He has good spatial awareness. And he was ripping in some wicked right 1-2s, some wicked rights, some wicked jabs. Was he hooking to the body? Did I see a few hooks to the body? I think I saw a good few hooks to the body, unless I'm mistaken. And nothing of that needs to be spectacular. You just need to have good, strong, solid fundamentals. And I think that's what I saw from Kubrat Pulev. Of course, Jerry Forrest. A lot of people feel he beat Zing Zang, Zing Zang. A lot of people felt, and myself included, felt that he clearly beat Michael Hunter. Didn't get those decisions. What was it, a draw against Hunter or something like that? But so, yeah, Jerry Forrest was rising up. But the good, solid fundamentals of Kubrat Pulev.
Kubrat Pulev in his place.
Say again?
Kubrat Pulev put him back in his place.
There we go. Good solid fundamentals. You don't take nothing. You don't have to be a Sugar Ray Robinson. You ain't got to be dancing all around the ring.
That's right.
You just need good, solid, basic fundamentals. That'll get you far in any field. Good solid fundamentals. Reminded me of a guy when I was a youngster in the boxing gym, and I'm not going to mention his name. He did fight. What's that guy's name? Nelson. He did fight Nelson, Sky TV presenter. Can't remember his first name. Somebody remind me in the chat. What's his name? Nelson, the ex-boxer. Somebody tell me in the chat. Takes 10 seconds, 15 seconds to come through. Takes 15 seconds to come through. What's Nelson's first name? No, the guy, the cruiserweight guy who commentates for Sky. Johnny Nelson. So he fought Johnny Nelson. The guy I'm talking about used to train in the same gym when I was a child. And the thing is that he was flashy. He had these flashy moves. Everything he did was flashy. He was jinking around, doing this, that, and the other. Flashy. But I remember even as a kid, I thought to myself, yeah, he's doing flashy stuff, but I always had a but. But now as an adult, I can tell you exactly what the but was. It was about the fundamentals. The but was about the fundamentals. The but was about the lacking of fundamentals. You see, you can do all the dancing that you want to do. You can do all the flashy stuff that you want to do. But if it is not built on a solid foundation of good fundamentals, then I'm sorry, you're lacking. I didn't mention the fellow's name because at the end of his career, he went on to end his own life. So not going to mention his name, but yeah, R.I.P. Was the fundamentals that I didn't see. Yeah, if it's not built on good, solid fundamentals, it ain't gonna work. And that bell is for all the boxers who end their career, finish their career, and then they fall into depression, alcoholism, drug dependencies, in the worst cases, when they choose to end their time on earth as we know it. Okay, so where are we? Where are we? R.I.P. What else is there to talk about? What have we not? What have we not talked about, Kong? Is there something that you wanted to talk about that we haven't talked about? Well.
I mean, that's pretty much the whole weekend in my opinion.
Weekend. That's the whole weekend. But I gotta give a mention. I gotta give a mention to Virgil Hunter. I gotta give a shout out to Virgil Hunter, the trainer of Tony Yoka. Also, the trainer of Joshua Boatsi. Ring the alarm. Ring the alarm. Yeah, I drew a blank too. I often draw a blank.
Don't worry. Virgil Hunter gonna get another L this coming weekend because Craig Richards is gonna punch Joshua Watson in his face, and he gonna win this fight. I'm telling people, everybody say, "Oh, Boatsi gonna win." But hey, Rafi, I should have sent it to you on
Twitter,
so you could have played. You know, Anthony Yard. Let me tell you something, man. I think that guy mentality is completely wrong for boxing. And
what's he been saying? Talk to me.
So they're asking about this fight here that you got on the screen, and Anthony Yard whole mentality is, why is this fight happening? Why take this fight? You know, I mean, you know, he don't understand. This is a man who came out, admitted that, yeah, I mean, an offer was sent, but he didn't see the offer. An offer for £1 million or whatever to fight Joshua Boatsi. And his team didn't show it to him and have him sitting down until whenever Better Beave and Joe Smith fight.
Yeah.
And no telling what, you know, what's going to happen after that. So he don't even know when he's going to fight again. He seemed like he's of the mentality of just taking these easy fights, trash can fights, and then straight into a big fight. He didn't learn from the Kovalev fight. You're not learning now. You're not getting no better. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't he get better against Anthony? What's his name?
Lindonato?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Lindonato looked like he was scared. He looked like he just laid down and just whatever, but that fight didn't help him. I mean, here he is questioning why this fight is happening. Why are you questioning this fight? You should want to be involved in these types of fights.
Yeah.
I mean, man.
Yeah.
What can I say?
For real. That's a good point. That's a good point. Well, this fight is happening is it this coming Saturday? What's the date? Yes, this coming Saturday. Yeah, this coming Saturday. OMG. That's on the zone. Damn, that's on the zone. Okay. So the Rafi will be covering it. We're going to be covering Joshua Boatsi, trained by Virgil Hunter. That might be an indicator of who going to win. I had been picking Boatsi. Somebody asked me who was it, can't remember. Asked me why am I picking Joshua Boatsi. Why I edge it to Joshua Boatsi, and the reason I edge it towards Joshua Boatsi is because I believe that Boatsi's got more dog in him. I believe that Boatsi's got more dog in him. I also heard somebody say, I can't remember who, there's no such thing as a complete fighter. I have to disagree.
You got different type of dog, you know. You got Rottweiler dog, and you got Shih Tzu dog,
It's funny we're talking about dogs because in the soup, I'll post it up on Instagram later. But I was in Morrison's today, you know, my local supermarket, and I heard a Arf! I said, what? And I heard a Arf! And then it was a dog bark. I said, how the hell you got a dog bark in a supermarket? Could only be a guide dog, but guide dogs are super well trained. You don't hear them barking. So I said, what the hell's going up? So I walked towards the sound, and it was a leather-clad lady with a rucksack. And in that rucksack was a little chihuahua. And Rafi burst out laughing, pulled my phone out. I said, you don't mind if I take a little video, do you? She said, no, go ahead. I said, you look strong. You look like a strong lady. She's a biker. She had a helmet with her. I said, you look like a strong lady. I said, no.
Here we go. Here we go. All right. Here we go. All right.
No, it ain't that big of a story. It ain't that big of a story. I said, but you look strong. You look like a strong lady. He said, no, I'm not strong, bro. I got a big bike, though. I said, oh, yeah, you look like a lady who's got a big bike. She was big, you know, she's a big woman. But, you know, in the leather suited her. So I said, you don't mind if I take a little video of your dog, do you? He said, no, it's okay. So there I was howling in the supermarket. Oh! And the dog barking in the backpack. I'll post it up on Instagram stories after the show. Quite a funny affair. But you were talking about a different type of dog. Oh, she offered to take the Rafi. I said, well, is the bike big enough for two of us? I said, yeah. So you got a spare helmet? I said, not on me. But I could get one. But anyway, I digress. Different types of dog. I ain't calm. Talk to me.
I say, you got different type of dog in the world. You got pit bull with a load of drive. And you got dog as soon as you stamp your foot, they run off. So I don't care. We're gonna see what kind of dog boats he got in him.
Yeah.
Because I back in Craig Richards, Crystal Palace. Here we come. I don't know where Crystal Palace is personally. I always thought Crystal Palace was just the name of a football team.
No, it was actually one of the kings commissioned a palace to be built in honor of a princess or a queen. But let me.
Was it supposed to be a palace with a lot of crystals in it?
It was kind of made of glass or something like that.
What?
Yeah. Let me bring it up. Crystal Palace. Damn, they're going straight to the football. But no, that's the least of it. The history of Crystal Palace. Where's the history? Crystal Palace called. Who's Crystal? Who owner? How? Crystal. The origins of Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace was a huge glass and iron structure originally built for the great exhibition held in London's Hyde Park. Prince Albert, head of the Society of Arts, had the idea of an exhibition to impress the world. Okay, my bad. So it wasn't for a queen or a princess. But let me bring that up. Let me show the people. Rafi likes them big. Come on, Tone. You think I'm trying to take your Mampy Lover Championship belt away? Come on, brother. I wouldn't do that to you, brother. I wouldn't try and take the Mampy, the lineal Mampy Championship belt. Lineal, the Ring Magazine Mampy Championship title holder. You think I'll try and take that away from me? Come on, brother. Rafi ain't bad-minded like that. Come on now. Well, let's share the Crystal Palace. Let's share it with you. Come on now. You know, it's all about the sharing. It's all about the sharing over here. Origins of Crystal Palace. How does that look on your screen? Not good enough. let's pick out one particular. Oh, there it is. That's a great picture. That's a great picture. Can we blow that up? Can we get that? No, man. Give me the picture. Just give me the picture. Come on. Stop trying. How can we do this? We can open this. Just give me a picture though. Images, yeah, it's images. So if I press that, you should be able to come up. Oh, let me do it again then. Calculate that again then. Okay, that's good enough. I think you can see that. You all can see that. You see the Crystal Palace there on the right, made of glass. That was some kind of revolutionary. OMG. You see that picture on the right there? Let me try and get it up. Better still, open in new tab. Okay. Oh Lord. No. Reject all. Okay, confirm my choices. Reject all. Don't want to play ball. Forget about it. Won't let me open this thing up properly the way I want to open it. But there you see the Crystal Palace. That was some kind of revolutionary structure there. Revolutionary structure. Commissioned by Prince Albert for the Great Exhibition of 1851, Hyde Park, London. There we go. So now we know. Con. Now we know. You still there?
Yeah. So watch this Crystal Palace business.
Yeah.
I own a Crystal Palace from being a football team. Matter of fact, there were football teams down here that were named after teams from England. So there was a Crystal Palace team here, and there was a Blackburn here. There was
Aston Villa.
There's a team here that's still called Hotspurs.
Oh, Tottenham Hotspurs. Yeah, Hotspurs.
So that's where I knew this Crystal Palace from. So I never knew it was an actual place. I just knew it was a football team. So
yeah, man. Okay. So
Crystal Palace winning that fight and punch this dude in the head, and that's it.
So you got Boatsi. Now you got Richards. I'm sticking with Boatsi. We don't got time. We don't got. It's your word. I was just a squirrel trying to get a nut. Hey, I understand. We ain't got time for a poll. It's 1 hour, 27 minutes, and the referee is tired. Believe you me, had a good day at work, but then got that session in, got that training session in, and it was it was good. It's good. It's good when you feel when you need a nap. It's good when you need a nap. You put your effort into it, and let's see who puts more effort into it this coming Saturday. Craig Richards or Joshua Boatsi. We'll do a poll on that next time out, be it Wednesday or Thursday. But for now, I think we've chopped up everything we meant to chop up. And that's enough. I think we've done it. I think Iron Kong, we've done it. Your final words to the people. Them. Iron Kong 26.
Yeah, I just want Tony Yoka to know that you should be ashamed of yourself. You need to go and buy some hats somewhere. You need to go find somewhere where they make them, with a steel cladding around them, make a reinforced hat, because that French hat you got, bro.
Oh dear.
You need to go back where your people are. I think it's your father actually come from. I think your father from Congo, I think he's either from Congo or his father from actually Cameroon. One of them places. Yeah. Wherever your father come, you need to go back there.
Yeah.
Go find the local bushman.
Yeah.
So he could bathe you in some herbs and so bathe you down, wash you down.
Yeah.
And try put a spirit a warrior spirit
Warrior
inside.
spirit.
Trust me. Yeah. Everything we're rapping.
Hey, that was the Iron Kong, our Iron Kong 26, our man in the Caribbean. What time is it? Oh Lord, that ain't too bad. It's 11. It's 8 minutes past the hour of 11. So the Rafi can mess around a little bit with post-production and then hit the sack by 12 midnight. The Rafi should be sleeping tight up here in Dawkins Towers. He needs to go back to Africa and slaughter and sacrifice a goat. No joke. You know what I'm saying? He needs to get back right. He needs to get cleansed. You know, cleansed. Maybe he's been eating too many frogs' legs. He needs to get cleansed. Go back, let him sacrifice the goat. Season up the goat properly. Bathe in the river. Bathe in the river. Get the juju man. Get the juju man to splash him with some of that juju, the river water. The river water. You know, slap him with the palm leaf. Slap him on his back with the palm leaf, the leaf from the palm. Bathe in the river Congo. You know what I mean? He needs to get back right. Get back right. That should be a great fight. Boati versus Richards. Both Brits. I'm going for Richards. I always go for underdogs. Like I went for Bakole versus Yoka. You didn't say you was going for Bakole. Did you say that in the chat? Did you say that in the chat? Did you say that in the chat? That's what I want to know. You didn't say in the chat, did nothing. OMG. What's this? What's this? Beat him with some river water and bush. Yes. 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 I think he was hurt early and then he was too cautious. It's going to be, you're talking about Yoka, no doubt. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward. I said in the video that Bakole busted Yoka's nose in the first round. No, it wasn't in the first round. It was later. I think somebody said the 5th round. I think I read an article. It was the 5th round. Okay, maybe so. But he was getting busted up. So that might be it. Where we at now? Great show, Rafi. The RDCR Nation. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Peace and love. The Jojo man. Yeah, you gotta talk to the Jojo man. I'm telling you. You gotta talk to the Jojo man. He's gotta do something. He was dropped in the first. Yeah, he was dropped in the first. That would have, and he stayed down for a long time. What we got here? Yes, I did. Okay. I'm gonna have to take your word for that, TKO. I'm gonna have to take your word for that. I saw Bakole doing well early, but then the class of Yoka I expected to come through to the end, but no, Bakole came through. Bakole was there the whole way. Bakole won the beginning, the middle, and the end. I don't think anybody saw that happening. OMG. Okay, folks, it's been a good one. It's been a great one. The Rafi is absolutely shattered. The Rafi's banging it. Absolutely banging it. We get a good night's sleep and then press the reset button, get a good night's sleep, and then sleep, and then press the start button, and then the prophet rides again. Okay, it's been a good one. It's been a great one. I haven't voted on your when Bakole. Oh, did we do a poll? I need to start keeping logs of these polls so I can just flick back and see what the people said. Excellente. Excellente. If we did a poll, that was good. That was good, Shizzle. That was good, Shizzle. Okay. We've come to the end. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like. It's the subscribe. It's the comments. It's the shares. And it is the hitting the bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget about the live show. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. And we are out. Blessed.